something that'll never cease to surprise me is that, and I like the fact that it still surprises me. I, in a lot of ways, try to keep myself rather naive and ingenue because I don't want to become hardened. But one of the things that continually surprises me is when you encounter someone who hates you and really hates you for absolutely no reason. Like if if you've ever had an interaction with them, it's been perhaps brief, and perhaps you've never even had an interaction with them. But they have all these stories built around who you are. And the thing to really keep in mind is that when people interact with you, they're interacting with the version of you that lights something up inside of them. Now that's deep because that means that if someone is triggered by you or somebody is mad at you, and maybe they have a valid reason to be, perhaps, but at the same time, what is triggering is the parts inside of themselves that they're mad at or don't want to look at or find objectionable. And so that's really important to keep in mind because it can be a lot to take on the energy of someone who just lashes out at you just suddenly. And you also have to keep in mind that there are a lot of hurt people out there, and hurt people, as the saying goes, love to hurt people. And so they will just find a little thing that they think is objectionable or find a little thing about you that they think is true, whether it is or not. And they'll just keep on that bone. And it becomes almost just interesting to sort of watch them create this whole thing and this whole narrative. It's almost as though they have this whole little conversation going on with themselves. And I guess the whole point of this video is just to keep that in mind, that because it could possibly happen to you. You could run across someone that for just whatever reason just has such a volatile reaction towards you or just starts saying things to you that, wow, I don't even know where that came from. That comes from left field. And if you can understand where that actually truly comes from, you can stay more in your center. Because for me, for this year, what I really want to help people with is the idea of staying centered, staying in your empowerment, staying in your sense of calm, because in staying out of your fright or flight mechanism, unless it's truly needed, and it's only needed very briefly, and probably hardly ever. And it can be so triggering. And you may want to start responding and then just feeding the fuels of this fire that you never even started. It's somebody else's fire. And the thing of it is, there's no end to it. I mean, the internet is full of people having, fights with each other. And it seems to be the thing that really seems to drive traffic. And I'm not at all interested in either creating and or watching anything of that, because there's enough volatility and hatred and anger in the world. But if you can find a way to perhaps, you've received whatever this is, and it's your response that really matters. And sometimes your response can be silence. For me, it happened recently, and my response was to just block. And then, gosh darn, this person decided to continue this conversation that they were having with themselves about me, decided to follow it over onto another social media. So I just blocked them again because I am not interested in having this conversation. There's absolutely nothing between us or in any shape or form that has any relevance. So this is a tale for myself and, perhaps others, where if you run across this, how do you deal with it? And that's really up to you in the moment. It could be to just breathe deeper. It could be to say something kind of innocuous like, well, that's interesting, or I'm glad you were able to express yourself. There are many different ways of disarming the situation. feeding that fuel, feeding that fire will never cure anything. It will simply escalate it to where it just grows bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's always important to keep in your mind, what is my ultimate goal at the end of this? What is my ultimate goal? Is my ultimate goal to just have a fight that never ends? Or is my ultimate goal to go peacefully upon my own way? Especially in today's world, we can easily find people that don't like us for whatever reason. Perhaps for me, it's because I'm incredibly liberal. I believe that all people should have true humanity. I believe that all people deserve housing and food and medical care and respect and equal treatment. That's where I'm at. And that's going to piss a lot of people off. And that's a them problem. So that's part of what to keep in mind is that sometimes people come to you with a them problem, and let them keep that problem at home. Don't take it home with you, and certainly don't take it into your day. And just find it interesting. Just find it very interesting and try not to judge if it's possible. And so I'm releasing this person. I'm asking them to doing the Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you if I've ever done anything to you. And I'm releasing them from my own. So just a thought today, something that came up. I thought it might be interesting and relevant. And I like to try to express what's really happening for me in the moment. That's why I do this in the car, because this is usually when it hits me. So till later, love, peace, and release.